yesterday. I appreciate your time for that as well.
Oh, hang on a second.
Let's go. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. W7m SSG.
Thank you very much, Genie. Well, we have really warmed up for this one, Pengu. It's time to get into the Battle of the Americas, this international grudge match. The best NA has to offer against the reigning major champions from down in Brazil. Over on Nighthaven Labs, let's kick it off.
Oh, a good classic operator band here. Double Heartbreach Deniers and Bandit Kaid, and the double Heartbreach and an Ace and the Thermite. This is, of course, something that we started seeing a lot more commonly in Siege X with the new operator band system. People have realized that by banning these specific kinds of operators, you can make it very difficult to get through the heart-breaching destruction, even if you were to ban both the Bandit and the Kaid, because now the attackers, they're left with Maverick, Hibana, and the secondary can openers, all which are not less than ideal, but more difficult to work with. They can be tricked by the mirror windows, they can be impact grenaded, they can just be kind of difficult to get the right kind of rotate that you want on an exterior wall. So what this does mean, though, it's a very default layout. Both SSG and w7m are well versed with these operators being banned because they are so common, nothing out of the norm. Both teams saying, let's just play a default game of laps.
Default these days includes the Hibana trick.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, yeah, I haven't seen SSG do it, I haven't been watching.
It.
You have become like the resident Hibana trick watch.
Yeah, and it's funny because when we were casting the entire stage, I'm watching every Hibana trick player and going, it can't be that hard. And then I had to play Combine Finals out of nowhere, and I started scrimming, and I did it first try. Yeah. And I accidentally said, damn, pro players these days must be washed. And I was like, wait, I was streaming, I was like, oh, hold up, that's not what I meant, okay? It looked much harder than it really was.
But, okay, you did it once. Was it consistent? Were you able to do it consistently?
So I think I did it maybe sort of like 11 times over the course of 3 days, and I messed it up once or twice without practicing it. I just saw other people do it, and I was like, I can do it.
So I guess you are just the GOAT then.
No, I think players need to do it. This right here from Cole is great. He jumps off the roof to go down. This is perfect, by the way. This is going to work. I'm going to call it right now. This is going to work. Top middle, top bottom. Some pro players do it from the roof. It's angled, and it gets messed up. Fault is the GOAT Hibana. Look, it worked.
Yep.
He knows how to do it. I don't think it's that difficult to do. I just think people, they mess it up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we saw a lot of teams in the APL really struggle. Ironically, it was a lot of the Brazilian teams in the APL that
that's true, actually.
We watched really
Elevate had a stinker on that one.
Elevate was quite embarrassing. Potentially the worst use of Siege utility I've ever seen in my life.
That clip made turns on social media as well.
Yeah, dude, you went in on them.
You went in on them as well.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't do any better.
That was a joint effort on that one. We were hate watching. And I think it's obviously all good fun and memes, but when pro players are messing up these new tricks that they've been around for a long time but haven't been necessarily needed until recently, it just goes to show who's been that extra effort in custom games of trying out those tricks.
Oh, here we go. This is a nice trick. Darts to gas up the connector, and Newers is forced outside. Where's Benja gone down? I believe he was trying to play Vert with the Bark, and Loban's found him. Awkward start now for SSG, and they haven't found the kills that they've been looking for on these long lines of sight. A second missed opportunity for Ashen. Oh my God, Ashen! Get absolutely deleted by Dodes! There is a sweet revenge, though, as Newers Nade does eventually find that Brazilian. Still, SSG are struggling to find their way into this one. Newers is very low on HP. He's being hunted down by the Clash, and now he's more or less left alone. There's literally nothing that he can do. He is completely stun-locked. Loban's going to look to swing him. Genono funting for the pick. He does. Oh, no, he doesn't find him. Gets out the shotgun. He's got no ammo. And he's completely obliterated by w7m.
What am I watching? Oh my, they Newers, man. So you and I, teams, had to talk about this during the previous game of Falcon Secret. If you're up against a Clash as a shield player, you cannot play the game. This literally was a perfect example.
Hang up the mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, honestly, so you cannot put the shield away if you're a shield player, and you won't get stunned that way. Newers, because you get stunned the first time, you're stuck in the animation.
So you can't even put the shield away?
No. As long as Clash is spamming it against you, you literally cannot play the game.
So
you gotta try and get behind the wall for just half a second to then stop the animation of it. But Clash was just being so aggressive and like forcing Newers into a corner and couldn't escape. SSG tried to help him, a second player showed up and was forcing Hibana, but the round was already lost at that point. Players died early. Ashen missed, what, 2 or 3 opportunities of getting a free kill on Catwalk Rafters. Gets obliterated across the map.
If you play shield against the Clash, you're not gonna have a good time.
You're really not. I will say before it went sideways, I did like what SG were doing because a lot of teams, at least in Europe and APL, they don't tend to do a lot of verticality with the block downstairs. It's either Deimos or no vert at all. I did like Gen.G going below, even though it didn't work out because it showed us a vision of what they wanted to accomplish. But the fact that they lost some of the gunfights and misplayed in other areas, of course, deemed them the loser of the round.
Well, yet to see any Deimos on the A stream today, which is a big surprise to me. One of the most popular operators in recent history. I know one that you're not so familiar with yourself. You've never really played much Deimos, you said.
No, I haven't. It was my least played operator the entire game, even less than Aura, who's newer, up until the PC bundle came out. And then, of course, I had to do some content and it changed. But before that, it was my least played operator. Now it's my second least played operator.
Can I also point out, we've seen a lot of Hibana trick and a lot of hubbub about that, but here's the Maverick, the old school Maverick trick that evidenced by Ashen. You actually don't have to do the entire wall, you can just do the middle portion. Newers has now gotten in there with his Ash. They're so tempted to as well. They've got the Glaz and the Monty to get it done.
So Warden above is my only concern. If they don't know about that, they might just plant the smoke and die.
Surely the Glaz has to contest the Warden. Sees him for a brief second. Goes for a quick peek, knows that he's playing against an operator with an automatic weapon while he's just stuck with the DMR.
Expensive though. I mean, these smokes don't last forever, but they have 6 of them. They can keep faking it out. If Glaz can watch the Warden on the vert, a planet him could be possible here. They can bait it out.
Well, this is so tempting, but Dots on the vert, and this is a complete miscommunication. We needed J9O to swing at the same time as Faults went for that plant, and now this round may well be dead in the water here. Once again, Dots to go from above. J9O is contesting it, but no damage dealt as of yet. Upstairs, there's a temptation from Benji to go for a kill. This has not been good enough from SSG.
I don't see the vision right now. They're gonna drop the extra stairs for... No, he's back outside the breach.
What the hell is this?
I mean, the diffuser's lost. Getting it is risky. They're not in the building, really. Just Newers fishing bottom garage here on the door. I'm not sure what the plan is now. I saw the vision with the Monty plant, didn't work out. Fultz actually walked in without the shield on his back. It was in front of him, so he just shot immediately. Small misplay from him, but massive consequence. The plan B here is not looking too convincing to me.
Yeah, and you can see the way w7m are really supporting Dots on the vert with other roamers as well. They've got a lot of map control. It's pretty much just desperation from SSG. Benja has snuck in down below. They can't even look for a plan in Exo, though. Or rather in Animus, because they don't have that diffuser.
Yeah, they don't.
And J9O is again trying to take that fight. He can toss another smoke out, but he's still going to be contested by Dots. Look at this, though. SSG have flooded the site. All of a sudden, the attackers are now the defenders. And look at J9O. He finds his big kill. He finds the opening, but SSG cannot hold on to the ground that they have taken. Benja in an awkward spot. It's a 2v3 here for SSG. Nice shot, though, from Benja. It's a 1v1. Newers doesn't have that diffuser. And he's got to get back onto site. He's got to come in to support.
It doesn't work.
Oh, no, he's not going to have time to get to it, is he? Volps doesn't have to do anything. Caught on camera. Newers has no time to get to that diffuser. And in the 1v1, it's an easy clutch up for w7m.
Great attempt there for SSG to just go for the bomb site play. And if they had diffuser available, they could have changed how they approached it by trying to get it down instead. They had to go for kills. Doesn't work out. I want to go back to the early death of Fultz. It's a very, very small mistake, but it lost them possibly the entire round with it. When you're playing a shield operator, by default, the shield is in front of your face. That's how it goes. When you stop planting, there's then a small animation where you take the shield on your back and then you stop planting down the diffuser. You can also weapon swap so that you have your pistol out as the multiplayer. Now the shield on your back from the very beginning. Had Fultz done that from the get-go, he wouldn't have died immediately to a headshot because the shield kind of blocks the angle. Maybe Glaz could have gotten the kill. Maybe the bomb goes down. Who knows? So SSG for 2 rounds now, what they've been doing on paper looks solid. Just a very small fault in the individual execution of players that has them cost them the round. But massive praise to w7m. They played the positions perfectly, they understood the win condition, they utilized the verticality, they played around the Warden, they countered the Glaz, and they held the crossfires. Yes, it was a 1v1, but for the majority of that, w7m, they very much thought that they were the team in the driver's seat without any shadow of doubt.
5 seconds to go.
And now they're playing Kitchen.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening
Which is like one of the worst bomb sites in Siege history for defenders.
We've seen it won a few times, though, especially in the APL.
Yeah.
I was just going to say one last little tagline on that previous round. Yes, we could have seen Fultz put the shield in his back already, but also J9O wasn't even peeking. He needed to be contesting the Warden when that plan was going down. That's a miscomm. That's a a costly mistake for SSG. Oh, hello. What are you doing, buddy?
Cover me.
He's droning. He's watching Ken. He's being a good guy.
He's being a good guy. He's now a dead guy. Ashen's found an opening as well. W7m has essentially already lost this round. Ashen is putting a question mark in the chat. What the hell was going on for Loban?
Could have been an impact run-up maybe or something, but the thing about this bomb site, that's why it's so weak, is that strategically, if the attackers get top 4 control, do the verticality and execute, there's not much you can do as a defender to stop them. That's like the main problem. Kind of like Kitchen on Cafe. So often teams, they don't go for this bomb site, but they go for the control one instead, the other tertiary. w7m might have opted for aggression on Loban, try and get a kill and put numbers in their favor. But now they're 2 players down. SSG, they hit the reset button. They're holding angles, they're droning, they got a shotgun on the staircase. They're happy to say there's 2 minutes left. We don't gotta make the play, you do.
Yeah, and they're going to find a kill as well. The only way that SSG lose this is by letting kills go slip 1 by 1, because as you said, this bomb site is not very good. Not a very good bomb site at all. SSG should be able to just hold on to the top 4, start opening up the vert, start positioning from reception. You don't really need to take much map control at all.
The thing is, they have Deimos downstairs. That's 1 vert operator, shotgun, and of course the Vendetta pistol. Ash, Gen.G has already spent all of his self-destruction himself. There's a shotgun swing from Ninja.
I reckon what we should do here is get the opening 2 kills and then just throw bodies and forfeit our entire advantage. What do you think about that, Pengu?
And not do vert and not hit the bomb set, not use the Ying, not drone, not push together on the staircase with Benja. I'm in a bit of a loss now because the round was so good for SSG. Like it was
literally unlosable.
It was strategically won a long time ago.
I mean, 5v3 on the worst bomb site on the map?
Yeah. And now they're in a very losable spot. 1 player in kitchen window, Frost Trap can't really just jump in that easily, even if the mat has been cleared, I'm not entirely sure. And the other players of Foltz and Jane, I'm not sure where they're going to be entering from. Right now they're up above in the vert with no soft destruction, mind you. They got 2 ass breaching charges, still in pocket of course, but look at this, the entire floor is soft, unbroken.
Yeah. 3 breaching charges already used by Jen. No idea where he put those down. Dots is still holding on to reception or lobby as well. So, yeah, what's going on here for SSG? The flashbang comes out, but Warden doesn't give a damn. He's got that shotgun. Out it comes. Spots the oh my god. A second one, surely not. Foltz, you're low HP, and he gets the last kill as well. What is that? 3 versus 5 from w7m. Volp says bye-bye, and Callout says it's time for a tactical timeout.
Yeah, that T formation with his hands indicates we gotta talk, boys, because that is a embarrassing round to lose, to be honest with you. Again, strategically, numbers advantagely, map control-wise, soft destruction capabilities, SSG had everything they needed to win that round, flawlessly I might even add. And w7m, they just sit in their corners. They didn't really make a lot of plays. It was just SSG weren't making any themselves.
I mean, SSG, the plays that they were making was lurking from down below. Oh, it's actually not a tactical... Oh, here we go. Tactical timeout is called after
the ban first.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about those cheeky bans. Did you see what was banned in the end?
I want to say Clash and something, but don't take me up on it.
All right, I won't. I think the Clash is a good move, though. I remember what happened in that first round on that top floor. Definitely don't want to see that happen again.
Yeah, and it's just kind of been locked out, right? Like, in every single round so far, they have a goal of their own, but they never break past the first point. They always get step 1, let's get the vert, let's get the player here. Okay, we lost the player, now it's time for plan B. Basement, let's do the Munch plan. Munch is dead. Okay, plan B. That round, get 2 opening kills. That wasn't the plan B.
Yeah. Yeah, bit of a yikes round from SSG. They're 0-3 down at the moment on what we were talking about as being an attacker-sided map as well.
Yeah.
Norris is looking chill. This guy is like the Santa Claus of Rainbow Six Siege. He always has a few gifts for us, for our viewers. He's so much fun, and man, he's clearly such a good coach for these guys as well. Callout, quite the flip side. I mean, this is like the stern Giga Chat expression from him. He's like, look, I know that wasn't good enough. Time to talk some sense to the boys.
Yeah, of course. The saving grace for Spacestation is that they have a very clearly defined system and a very shared belief in how you gotta approach the game. So once they can get reeled back on that same page, I think they'll be fine. The question is one tactical timeout enough? Because if SG don't win this upcoming round and they start 0-4, then we're talking about a mental boom situation where, okay, we tried ourselves, couldn't do it. Our coach tried to step in, that didn't work either. Who's gonna save us now?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, no tactical timeout, you're down 0-4.
Then it's Foltz time. The Foltz, you gotta lead the boys now. He's like the veteran in this roster, if anything.
I mean, even a 2-4 split here is not ideal for SSG. You want to be gunning for 3-3 on Nighthaven attacks. w7m have kept things very pacey. They know when to play aggressively. They know when to chill out. And it's funny because last round, w7m did lose 2 opening picks to, being caught with their pants down, being caught in awkward spots. SSG, they were putting question marks in the chat saying, "What are you doing, w7m?"
And then they lose.
And then they absolutely flop.
Well, because ever since Ashen joined Spacestation, it's always been a matter of the guy laughing, screaming, typing out in chat, and often they start losing the game afterwards.
He's the passion player, but it has its price.
And I think Reddit has 2 minds. Half of Reddit loves the guy. Other half is like, why is he talking on the smack when he's won 0 tournaments, right? And it is one of those cases where he does it for the mental warfare. I get that. And it works against some players, not against w7m, not against Brazil. They don't give a damn.
No, not at all. The only time that you see Brazil get tilted is when they themselves start making the mistakes. They themselves start fighting between their players, but they're certainly not going to get tilted just because Ashen is question marking them in the chat. This round, though, over a minute has passed by Pengu, and SSG, I mean, yeah, we got a little breach here, a little breach there. We got our Blackbeard on, we got that Clash band out. We've got the Hibana band, by the way, triple hard breach.
Good point.
So the tin can openers have come into effect, and hello! In goes the Blackbeard, and in go the kills from SSG. They look to go deep, but it's a little bit of confusion there for Faults, and he falls. The back stab here from the Buck, but Dots finds the kill.
Oh, no.
Newers has also fallen. It's all up to J9O. Half the round is all that's needed for w7m to clean house. SSG wanted to bring the pace, but they didn't realize they were dealing with the Raging Bull.
Bit of miscommunication and mistiming there. Next, again, good vision from Spacestation. I saw what they wanted to do, but the person flanking Aqua Stairs with newest Blackbeard and Catwalk Rafters had a bit of a 1 or 2 second gap between them. Couldn't get a 2v1 gunfight, and therefore both lost to 50-50, 1 versus 1. Again, w7m so adaptable in the server, knowing when to get aggressive, when to play the passive, establish those crossfires. And that was even with Spacing getting an uncontested opening pick, playing it 5 versus 4 because they cleared the Catwalk Rafters first and then hit the side afterwards. Again, very small things that have massive consequences are stopping SSG from winning these rounds.
And now it's 4-0 in favor of the Brazilians, and SSG have just about nothing on their side so far. No tactical timeout remaining. How the hell do they get themselves back into this? This is a pretty dismal performance from SSG, and guess what their reward will be if they fall here to w7m?
Oh, no.
It's a date with Falcons in the lower bracket, having to defeat the reigning champions in order to keep their tournament alive.
In a best of 3, no less. You can't just one map cheese them in a best of 1.
No, you can't. At the moment, there's no cheese on the one map or in a BO1 or a BO3 for SSG. They can't even find one bloody round.
So let's set the tone that SSG are not going to win this. Right? Just talk about the consequences. If they start winning rounds and get comfortable on the server, they are now ready for a second match later. If they get demolished like they have been so far,
there's no coming back.
That's the worst case scenario, because you're going in maybe a 1-7 or 2-7, not having any really good rounds, and now you play Falcons in best of 3. And all you have is like an hour and a half break, maybe 2-hour break, maybe at most, in between series.
Yeah, Gen.G is the top-rated player on the team. He's currently 1-4 as well. It's not a good look here for SSG. As they get themselves back into it, Newers is upstairs. A lot of map control taken as we go to the control. Oh no, so this is basement bomb site. This is a very ambitious map take, looking to take the whole map control before they execute onto site. Quite the contrast to the Glaz site execute of last time.
So we're fishing a little bit now from SSG. I think that's fine. Again, last round was very slow, then it got very fast, and I think slow and steady is good here. With Ashen on HP, Benji gets the kill, Harpy's destruction going out, and now we say, they're going slow, they're not gonna go fast. Now they gotta reset again, stabilize, C4 goes out, takes down Newers while breaching the wall and Catwalk Rafters. The Ram Boogie drones, I think 1 or 2 were spent. What could have been a good pick, doesn't find the way of Faults.
Oh, hello!
Okay.
Good spread on the Loban though, and Volps is caught off guard. Palu's still at large upstairs. He takes a bit of damage, but he deals it as well. Faults has to retreat and reload, but that gives Palu the time to make his way back downstairs. This is the basement bomb site, and almost all this action has gone down on that top floor. I think Palu is almost trapped as well now as Gen.G has opened an angle onto him. Faults is now going to target Dots. There's going to be a lot of info here. Can Palu bait this out?
They can't track Paolo. They haven't red spotted him yet, so he's gone unnoticed in that corner. Dots down a mute jammer, stops his tracker as well. They're making the demos useless in this 2v2, which is perfect for w7m to not give any free intel to SSG.
The patience here from Palu could be rewarded, and they have found him now. They've spotted him, and they've got the Deimos track. Dots tries to come and support. J90 now has the call out from Faults on where the mute is upstairs, and SSG decides, okay, let's focus up on site. It's a 2v1. If we rush the Izami, we've got to worry about the retreat from Palu as he makes his way back to site, and so they change their mind again. They flip the switch and they look to hunt him down, but Palu's read it, and he decides, okay, well, I'm gonna play my game. Let's play a shotgun battle on the staircase. He's holding it. He's got the shotgun, but he doesn't win the fight. It's a 2v1 for SSG. As they have no time, they need to hunt Dots on the side. 5 seconds left as Faults is forcing that plant down, but there's no util to speak of. He makes it a 1v1. Dots can clean house. W7m 5-0.
Both teams playing it so well in the 2v2. The Deimos mark comes out, Paolo falls away. They rush the bomb site, forcing a 2v1, but then they realize, now Paolo's flanking us again. Let's go back up the staircase, isolate him. Paolo's shotgun in hand. I thought he was gonna get a collateral because they're both so low from SSG. They rush the bomb site after taking down Paolo, but there's not enough time to get a stable, safe plant established.
A few taunts across the server as well.
Yeah.
I'm surely everyone back home would have heard that through our microphones as well. The Brazilians are yelling across the room at their opponents. 5-0, Pengu, on the defense of Nighthaven.
That's not what I expected.
I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but it feels like this game might already be written.
It feels like it. It feels like it's SSG falling flat, and I've said it a couple times now, but it is really, truly the small things right now that are defining the outcomes of these rounds. One bad decision, one bad gunfight. w7m, of course, again, they're playing incredibly well throughout this entire journey of these 5 rounds, but SSG could do more themselves to get them into a winning position. They've just been unable to. I want to see the side swap and see if SSG on the defense can change things up, but the issue is when you're down 0-5, and let's be honest, 0-6 isn't too far away in my predictions.
No.
Do they have enough leeway on side swap to make a comeback? It just seems so impossible.
You look back at the rounds that SSG has fumbled so far. It's been a Glaz execute where they look like they cooked up a good strat. It's a round where they're attacking the worst bomb site on the map in 5 versus 3, and it's even a 2 versus 1 at the end round where they could have just taken down Volps and clutched up. SSG are on the ropes right now.
Oh boy.
Benji needs to win this fight. Out comes a shotgun. It's the perfect weapon for the engagement, but he loses. Oh, Palu is absolutely laughing. And Loban has got his kill too. It's now a 5v3 on the kitchen bomb site, this time in favor of the Brazilians.
And guess what? They're not going to throw it. We've seen the 5v3, but this time I think they're going to hold on strong and not give up any freebies. J90, he's droning on the Twitch, being like, guys, the hallway is clear. Great. If only he had more players alive in the damn server. Bit of a horizontal take right now from Spacestation. They're going to fight the verticality, the bomb site, the crossfires. It's just going to be tough here all the way through.
To think that this is the lower bracket kings of SSG, champions of NAL, against w7m, who weren't first, weren't second. They were down in 4th place, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, 4th place. They lost to NIP. And
place.
Then,
They even lost to NIP all the way down in SAL. They were not the kings. They were just the Dukes. They were in the fight, but never on top of it. SSG are meant to be the kings of NA. What do they got to show for it here at EWC? Ashen needs to find an entry, but he gets shot through the smoke by Palu. Is it going to be a flawless end to a flawless half for w7m? A consolation prize for Faults, but a kill means nothing when he's got 5 angry Brazilians hunting him down.
6-0.
It is 6-0 for w7m, and North America are yet to enter the server.
It's moments like these that make us go, NA, by the way, because they're not supposed to be like this.
Why are they called NA again? What does that stand for?
I think it's like near airport. Is that why? They're near the, yeah. Well, they might go there only a few hours from this point forward, because the problem is, the biggest issue is normally in lower bracket you're facing weaker competition, right? You might make a comeback.
Like maybe they were playing Weibo,
yeah,
right?
maybe,
Maybe
right. Enterprise, if they're lucky. No, Falcons are waiting for them.
Dude.
Like, and they're
The event's reigning champions and the runners-up of EML await SSG in the lower bracket for a best-of-3. And I can tell you right now, Falcons will be laughing watching this match, knowing that in just a couple hours, they're going to be playing this, whatever you call this.
Double shield ban from Spacestation. I'm not going to lie to you. By my account, by w7m, they're not like a shield team. They're respecting it. They're banning it out. But now you got Dokkaebi open, you got Deimos, you got Grim, you got Capitao, you got all the heart-breaching operators as well. Like, I feel like w7m, they got a lot of scary tools right now just to kind of run over SSG, which has been what they did on defense as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very much so. And maybe the story will change a little bit with the coming of the side swap, but I don't
They gotta
have
just get some rounds.
a lot of confidence here for SSG. I mean, at this point, the game feels like it's pretty much been written, and at the moment, SSG are fighting, battling, just dragging their nails through the sand to try and find some confidence for their match later today against Falcons. Losing here is not the end of the world if they are able to win against Falcons, but they need a few rounds on the board. They haven't won a single round in an official match in Saudi Arabia this year. How about that?
Yeah. Individually, I don't even think scoreline matters because, like, you're down 0-6. Like, Force is even on 6-6 scoreline, but, like, half of those are exit frags.
Dude, you got 2 last round in the 1v5.
Exactly.
Who cares?
So, the best you can do right now for your Spacestation, realistically, of course there's a comeback possible, but realistically speaking, get 1, 2, 3 rounds, get some kills, get the voice comms going, go back, have a hard conversation, and then you just gotta meet Falcons with your head held high. That's the realistic situation that they're in right now. They gotta show us that they can get a couple of rounds off w7m to show us that they have something in them.
All right, w7m, a lot of hype behind you guys right now. After a flawless defensive half, what do you got cooking on the attack? We got the Blackbeard. How are you going to breach this wall? Are they going to breach this wall? Overcomes the ace. Loban starts deploying some of that, but
Look at this.
Dots has actually already jumped into electrical and taken a hell of a lot of damage, but found his kill regardless. It's a complete eruption here from w7m, but SSG are finding the kills. They are controlling the round. They have the advantage, but Benja is taking a hell of a lot. He does escape for a brief moment.
Oh, they know.
But SSG, you can see them shaking in their boots.
You want to set the pace, control them, shut them down. The time the crash flying out of nowhere. Hello, they're all here. All 4 defenders forcing Paolo off the angle to make sure that everyone can get back towards the bomb site safely, but Loban strikes on the backstep again.
It's a big kill for Loban. SSG forced to fall on back. They no longer have such a dominant advantage. It's a 3v3. And the bomb site is down in the basement, so they can retreat. But guess what, Dotas, he still has plenty of the Rams boogie drones left remaining to open up vertical.
They got time. I mean, half the round is still available, James.
3v3 with the amount of util w7m still have to play with, not the end of the world for an attack.
Only winning thing here for SG, they got Clash available with the shield still intact, with no real soft destruction available for w7m. Foles has to be the hero right now. They have to play around him and make sure that he stays alive for as long as possible and doesn't have an oopsie on the staircase all by himself.
That said, w7m do have 1 EMP on Palu, and if SSG aren't careful, w7m may be able to isolate and take down that Clash.
Can they fish for a kill, get numbers advantage? That would be the easiest way forward, but Spacestation doing a good job right now playing beneath the vert,
There's a play on the
positions, but they don't know. So if they drop the hatch, that could be a problem. Double cancelled, by the way.
Okay,
you're not going to go down the
awkward.
hatch.
Yeah, there's no way to breach those with this amount of time left. Janino is in a great position. He knows those castle barricades protect him. He knows he's not going to be vulnerable to the vert in this position. With 25 seconds left, w7m have made their rotation. They spot the player. Loban, so deadly, so keen. A few little taps, and he jumps on through. The flashbang goes out, almost the damage done, but Newers finds him. Dotas will trade. Where is the diffuser? It's picked up again, but Dotas is the last one standing. It's a 1 versus 2, and he has to go hunting. He's worrying about faults on the Clash, but he's not going to be able to take him down. Almost gets the angle, but the first round on the board for the Americans is found. SSG need a hell of a lot more of those to bring any form of confidence into their match against Falcons if they are to lose this later today.
Solid thing from Benja. 1 round, guys. 1 round at a time, 1 by 1 by 1. 5 more times is what they would have to do. It wasn't the most convincing, but I will say they did play well together. Most notably, when it was that 4v4 and everyone showed up to escort the defenders back down the cargo stairs by Clash backstepping, beautiful. Because Spacestation said, guys, we gotta get back to the bomb site. We can't fight the Romans any longer. And they all committed. Nobody was scared. that's a really good sign for Spacestation. The only issue is, again, if w7m they have one clutch, or you just need to follow to one round, it doesn't matter how good they can play, because going flawless, not making any mistakes in 5 rounds straight,
yeah, it's a big ask.
Very big ask.
Very tall order. So SSG finally have a little bit of confidence, as you said, Ben just saying, just one round at a time.
One round.
That's all we need. W7m on the flip side, they're like, oh well, that didn't work. We've got 5 more
They're
guys.
not gonna worry.
We don't
I mean,
really care.
the reason why they made that aggressive play in the first place is because why wouldn't you, right? Get this over with as fast as possible, get a small rest, and
Just
then play
send
again later.
Bit of a YOLO.
Yeah.
Who gives a damn?
The thing about Brazilians, Genie kind of said earlier, is that they're so adaptable because they play so many different styles of Siege.
Yeah.
I feel like w7m, this version of the roster is still relatively new, but they have shown us different adaptations already in United Labs.
Yeah.
The fast, the slow, the waiting for your enemy to make the right play, understanding when you gotta be the one to lash out, when you just gotta sit back and wait for them to happen.
You got a mix of the old and the new as well on this roster. I mean, Palu, obviously, old guard in Brazil, old guard in Rainbow Six in general. Dots and Loben, the original core of this roster, very much like the new era. They played for Lowe's for quite some time.
Yeah.
Volps as well. He's kind of a mix between the two, and he played for that old W7m roster, of course, before they became Furia, right? Before they entered their era of dominance.
Yeah. Had a short stint on Liquid, if I recall correctly.
That did not pan out well for him.
They did not, no. It was, what was it? Was it the good old meme with Laxing on Cloud9, plus Laxing, or minus Laxing, plus Laxing? When they kicked him, picked him back up, like back to back?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Loba didn't get picked back up on Liquid,
That actually happened by NIP. Wizard got kicked and then joined not long later. I was updating my database of all the players, and I was like, oh, Wizard's still on the database. Oh, didn't he get kicked? And I looked at the roster, like, oh, but they picked him back up, so I guess I'll leave him on my database.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard, like scouting for new players and making a new team or getting like 1 or 2 people in. It's a very tricky process, and I think fans love to be like, this is good, this is bad. A lot of things go into it, so yeah, you don't want to be in that position. Of course, kicking a long-term teammate is difficult emotionally as well because you have a tight bond. Everybody in the server, they've been playing together for quite some time now, for the majority of the squad. And even if not with each other, then against each other.
Oh,
is timing that staircase?
Timing, brother. Whee! Look down, Faults.
Oh, he didn't
Blackbeard marching towards you. Dots almost finds a freebie. Out comes a nade, forces him back. There is a player outside. Player rounds the corner. Benj is also there to support as well. Faults is managed to successfully be escorted out. And Benj has found his kill. Loben trapped. Reloading. Caught off guard. Well played. Good start here for SSG.
Again, fighting back together. Wait, they're planting. Wait, hold up.
What?
Is planting? He's
Hold the phone for a second. Because they don't care if your clash is active elsewhere. We've got a very surprising turn of events for W7m. The Blackbeard is right on aggressive in there. Dotas is trying to hunt him down with the sledgehammer as well, but Volps has fallen. Dots, I can't believe he got into a plant position. There's info though. Ashen comes back to take his head off. A 2v2 now. Recomposure for SSG, thanks to Ashen on the vert. And he looks for a drop. Gen.G has found Dotas. Palu with the Hibana shotgun in a 1 versus 2. No flashbangs to speak of. And he commits to the supernova here. Is he going to take the 1v1 with Gen.G? No, the shotgun rings true. And now, does he bring out that shotgun? Does he bring out the bearing 9? Ticking away is the timer as he starts to force that plant down. Ashen tries to bait him.
He sticks it.
But Palu's going to stick him. Close range now at the bearing 9. 4 bullets remain. Shotgun comes out. One shell left. Is this the best that North America has to offer? W7m absolutely a